Just recently, a former UT Lady Vols executive settled a discrimination lawsuit with the University of Tennessee. The case had to do with pay discrimination. Attorney Jim Higgins with the Higgins Firm recently stopped by to explain what happened. We've got Jim back with us. Great to see you again.
Thank you.
All right, so this story comes out of Knoxville. Tell us a little bit about this settlement that happened with the University of Tennessee. What happened here?
Yeah, well, this is tough. You know, I get mixed feelings as a UT grad and a law firm that does a lot of employment stuff. This was a case by 3 women that were employed in the athletic department in Tennessee, and they alleged that they were paid less than the men's athletic department, and they were treated worse than the guys of the athletic department. And this case had been going on for a while, and it was getting ready to go to trial, and the university settled it. It was for all 3 of them with their lawyers' fees and the 3 plaintiffs. I think it settled for around $1 million.
Okay.
You know, and it's just an interesting case. Equal pay is always a tough law. It can be tough to prove, but it's really difficult when you deal with it from an athletic standpoint, and the men's athletic department versus the women's athletic department. And this is probably not the last of a lot of cases like this.
Yeah, it's something we hear a lot about in the news. So what is the law for equal pay?
Yeah, well, it's just that, you know, it's equal pay, and it says whether you're a man or a woman, if you're doing the same job, what they call the same job content, not necessarily the title. If you're doing the same work as a man or vice versa, then you're entitled to the same pay. And that's it. We have Title VII, which says you can't treat somebody differently at work because they're a man or a woman. And we have the Equal Pay Act that basically says the same thing, that if you do the same job, you get the same pay, and you can't be paid differently because you're a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there are a lot of things that you all look for. So what type of evidence do you look for to consider a case?
Sure. Although the law seems simple, proving that case can be hard. Employers come up with all sorts of reasons as to why they may pay a woman different from a man. So the more evidence our client has as to the similarities of their job with their male counterpart and the pay differences, the better. So I want to know what their job's duties are, what their experience is compared to the male counterpart, how long they've been there, you know, seniority, what their quality is, what their reviews have been like. The more information they can have that says, hey, I'm doing the same job as this guy, and I do just as good a job, or if not better. I've been here just as long, if not longer. The more they have those things, and yet I'm getting paid much less. That is where we start to see if that equal pay claim can be filed, whether it's at the EEOC or going straight to federal court.
Right, there's a lot of factors to consider there and look out for, and I'm sure if someone feels like they're being discriminated against, that they can just call your office, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, we have an employment law department. That's all they do. We don't take cases that we don't feel good about. So yeah, call us. The more information they have when they call us, the better it's going to be.
All right, great info. Jim, thanks so much for stopping by. Now, the Higgins Firm is serving Tennessee. Give them a call at 1-800-705-2121 or go to thehigginsfirm.com.